Alright, hi guys. Lake here today, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. It is Sunday the 21st of May, and we are going to do the one cast for you today. I've made sure that my sound is working this time. I was highly disappointed yesterday when I got back and that video didn't work. This is another crisp but beautiful spring day. We are back up here at the dam. I'm gonna try what I tried yesterday. It's probably not gonna work like it did yesterday, but we're gonna try it. So what I'm using right now is a 1/32 ounce white jig underneath an indicator, one of our weighted floats. And I can only guess that when the floodgates were on, the fish saw some shad, and that's the reason they were so keyed on white. I had gotten a report, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, from a buddy of mine, Matt Salvicio, that they were up here the day before I came up yesterday, and they were catching them really well on white jigs. Even in the middle of the afternoon when the four floodgates were, or when the four generators were turned on, and that's what prompted me to come up here yesterday and throw a white jig under the float while they were running the one unit. When I got up here yesterday, they had just kicked on the generators, of course, and I thought that my method was going to be a bust, but it worked out really well right here on this inside edge from the cable down to the first island. I wound up spot locking these little pockets in here, and the fish were just all over the white jig. But that may not be the case today. It's been an exciting morning on the lake already. First thing this morning, Captain Rick Lysick, on one of his guided trips this morning, they landed a 33.5-inch brown. And if it wasn't 35 minutes later, we got a report that Captain Blake Harris on his guided trip this morning landed a 31-inch brown. Let's try casting this out in the middle real quick. The 33.5-incher that Rick Lysick brought in this morning, they caught that on one of our Lilleys micro jigs. I was too busy to get a chance to ask him where we're at on the lake, but I believe they were fishing below Fall Creek. And Blake Harris, they caught their 31-incher somewhere above the Narrows. So, quite the morning for big brown trout. So yesterday, caught a lot of fish on the video. They were eating this white jig really well. And once I turned the video off, I fished straight down the center of the lake past the island there, and they were still just all over the top of this jig. So, I'm not sure that that is going to be the case for me today, of course, now that I got the sound working. I think I need to shallow my stuff up too. Yesterday we had lots of people with good reports as well. We sent out I think we literally sent out every boat in the dock yesterday. And I had people coming back in the morning telling me they were catching them good on night crawlers, on power bait. Just sounded like there was pretty good catching all the way around. But by this time yesterday, I'd already had multiple bites and landed a fish, so unfortunately, it does not appear that we're going to get them to hit like they did yesterday. Not really. I passed Captain Dwayne Doty a little bit ago, and he said that the jig bite was good. They were just jigging, no indicator. And if this doesn't pan out by the time I get down to the island, that is what we are going to switch to. And this 1 unit of water should be just fine for throwing a 1/32 ounce jig. And we will try that. I was really hoping that these fish would still be over here on that same pattern that they were on yesterday. That was a lot of fun. I got really worked up in yesterday's video. But I'm just not seeing the amount of fish stacked up like I did yesterday, so. Oh, I got one fish to take a swing at it. I don't know if that was a fish or if I got hung on that log. Oh. Just gonna make a general rule of thumb here. It's hard not to watch like a white jig or a white mega worm when you're fishing one because you can see it underneath your indicator, but you almost always miss the fish when you're watching it instead of watching your indicator. almost without fail. Yeah, I'm getting a few fish to come up and look at it, but they're not attacking it like they were yesterday. They weren't even thinking about it yesterday. They were just eating it. So here in a second, I've got another rod with me that already has, it's got an indicator tied above a different colored 1/32 ounce jig. I'll just take the indicator off and okay, we're starting to get pretty skinny. Let's switch. Unfortunately, they're not going to play like they did yesterday. So our water generation for the day, they're running 1 unit till noon, and then 2 units for an hour, and then 4 units for a number of hours. Kind of the same thing they did yesterday. You know what, I just got to try it one more time out here. Okay, I give in. Oh. Okay, so on this rod, I've got a 1/32 ounce Sculpin and Peach with a orange head. We are going to take the indicator off. We are just gonna jig. I love when the water is good for throwing 1/32 ounce jigs. It doesn't happen all the time. It's a little more finesse. You definitely have to have at least a lightweight rod, and it almost definitely requires using 2-pound line on your reel. There we go. Oh, he came off. You know, there's some days when the water's running slow that they like it better kind of drifting under an indicator. And then other days, they like it better on the move. We're going over the flat that comes out of outlet 3 over there. With 1 unit of water, this flat right here is pretty shallow. May just be about 2 foot, maybe just a touch more deep here. When I talked to Captain Blake Harris on my way up here, he said that was a size 16 scud that they landed that brown on this morning. It's amazing how much a difference a day can make. Yesterday I couldn't keep them off the fly, and today I can't get them on one. Huh. Pretty amazing. I might switch back and try putting this underneath a indicator. We're in Big Hole now. It's a little bit deeper. We're gonna set that, go somewhere in there. Actually, maybe too deep. Take about a foot off of it. All right. See if this works any better. You know, something else that the guys have been using the last couple of days, the orange egg fly, and they've been catching a lot of fish on that, even down below Fall Creek. I don't know if that has something to do with some of the rainbows spawning and dropping eggs in the lake. Well, darn it. Should have left it set where I had it. It got shallow for a second and then it deepened back up. Oh, yeah, that fish was chasing it. Well, regardless of the fish biting, this is my kind of temperature range to be out on the water. Hey, we've already almost made it to 30 minutes. We were at 10 fish by this point yesterday. Well, that is fishing for you. All right, guys. I guess we're gonna go home today with the big skunk. But we thank you guys for watching. Like and share us on Facebook, and we'll be back again to try for tomorrow. Thanks, guys.